does it make sense to store business-related attributes on connected devices? Let's say you offer security devices to your customers. So in that case, you want to ensure that the fleet of those security devices is operational and easy to manage. So my first intuition was that we should use only technical attributes on those devices, because device itself does not really care about the customer, about the business related data. It cares only about the inputs, maybe some processing, and sending that information up to the backend system. So that was my idea. But later on, I thought that sometimes we need to ensure that we can access data of a specific device only when it was assigned to a specific customer, because the same device can be reassigned from one customer to the other. My first thought was that we can always query the device identifier with the time range when that specific device was assigned to that customer using some external database. And it is doable. It is perfectly doable to get data only for the time range when that device was assigned to a specific customer. But when you try to implement it, it actually increased the complexity of the overall solution. And you might be better off to put some additional attributes on a device, for instance, like the customer ID. And when you've got customer ID on device itself, then that device can use the customer ID, for instance, as a part of the MQTT topic, which is very handy because then you've got the IoT rule in AWS IoT Core that can use that part of the MQTT topic to add additional dimension to telemetry data. For instance, to add the customer ID as additional dimension, and of course we've got the device ID as our primary dimension, but then you can easily query the data both on the device ID and the customer ID. In this case, you can access telemetry data generated by devices of a specific customer only in a time where those devices were assigned to that specific customer, not to someone else. To sum this up, I do believe that adding some business-related attributes to devices is very handy. You need to be, of course, very careful when doing so, because adding those attributes to devices might introduce some potential risks if that device gets compromised. Though, without having the customer ID on a device part, in the use case that you offer your devices as a service and your devices can be reassigned from one customer to the other, then having that customer ID to be part of device, and device can use it when it sends telemetry messages to your backend. Let me know what you think about it. This is open topic. I do not have any strong recommendations. Based on this specific use case, I think that adding the customer related metadata to devices is very handy, and it makes the operations more efficient and actually a bit more secure. What do you think about it? Please share your thoughts in comments.